Hi guys, Christinablackfeather here. I have a heater on in the background, so if you're hearing that on the mic, I apologize. Cold house, Minnesota winter. Anyway, I thought I would address Rhianna Ferial again. She went and flagged Siren Janine's video, and it got taken down um, over the controversy of what she's feeding her foster child. Now, from the photos I'm seeing, this is an infant. This is not at toddler stage yet. And a bunch of us have, thought that this was an infant, and we really don't have any confirmation at this point. There's some saying, oh, it's an 18 months old. If that's an 18-month-old, based on this thumbnail right here, that's a really tiny 18-month-old. I had also heard that the infant is 8 months old. I'm going on the assumption that this infant is 8 months old. Right now, the comments on her video, Vegan Family, What We Eat in a Day, Plant-Based Meals. Let's go over to that. She went and said that, unfortunately some type of anti-vegan page has decided to attack me in all of my videos. So she's playing the victim here already. And it turned out that no, Siren Janine has not been attacking all of her videos. We have a little exaggeration here. Now, I was under the impression that she is only a nursing student. She already is an RN. She's going on for certified nurse anesthetist. So she already should be knowing better than what she's doing here. And my issue, again, for one, is that she is exploiting somebody else's child for YouTube views. She has 20,000 subscribers already, and there's almost 3,700 views on this video. Of course, I'm one of them who has watched this a couple of times. Now, it looks like I didn't see any monetization on this one at this point, so they might have taken that off of there. But the comments, she's saying that people are being mean and everything, and some of her fans are too. And I want to put it out there to begin with. Somebody said, somehow I feel like these same people attacking you are the same folks that feel like internet bullying is wrong, and yet for the betterment of a child, they'd never go foster, and many like her, I will yell you my opinion, which made no sense. And then she said to get a life. No. The issue isn't over the fostering. The issue is the nutrition that she's given this child, and that she is exploiting this child for her YouTube channel. And it's not her baby. Until she adopts this baby, it is not hers. This is somebody else's baby. And she should not be doing this. And this makes me more angry than anything. We have the HIPAA Privacy Act. This is nationwide. She's in the United States. Even though she is not showing this infant's face, she has given enough information where this infant can be looked up and their private information can be ferreted out by the right kind of people. This still is a privacy violation. She has no business putting this baby on camera. None. And I don't know if I have more of an issue with that or the fact that she's not given this infant formula. Now, there was somebody else who commented in her comments about how it's all these anti-vegans that are showing up. I myself am not anti-vegan. I would go all the way if I could physically handle it. But, I get really sick if I don't at least do some in my diet. And some people can handle it very well. Unnatural vegan handles it very well. Um, Others do. I can't. That doesn't mean I'm against the diet. What I am against is doing it badly and affecting somebody else that can't make a decision about it. And that's what this is at this point. She's not doing this for the health of this baby. And she knows better. She should know better. She's a professional nurse. She should know better. It is expensive to get vegan formulas. I will admit that. Well, this is toddler-based formula. We'll go there in a moment. These can get very expensive. Most of them are soy-based, except for Neocate, which is good for tube feedings. It is good for oral feedings. This is an excellent formula. I've used it a lot with tube feedings. It mixes well with breast milk, and what a lot of these vegans I don't think are realizing is that they can pump breast milk and bottle feed it. So it makes it easier to supplement the breast milk and whatever they may be missing in it. Even if they don't produce enough, they can mix it with this Neocate, and that baby will get enough vitamins and enough nutrition and be able to handle it. It mixes very well, and it handles with breast milk and tube feedings and all of that stuff. A lot of hospitals now and pediatricians will go and have it that if a parent is breastfeeding, they will supplement with formula anyway and certain vitamins just to get that nutrition out there. Neocate's an excellent option. It is not soy-based. It handles well for kids or infants that have soy allergy. Otherwise, the rest of them are all soy-based. This page here is urbanvegan.net. Just so you guys know, I will throw the link in the description. This is done by a vegan, and this vegan has taken a look at all these formulas. If you have a child with soy allergies or you want to prevent thyroid problems, you can get this and it'll work really well, especially if you can mix it with breast milk. Breast milk is the best because of the fats and the immunity boosters that the mother can pass on. And yes, I am for vaccinations, but I'm not going to go into that here. But that's another thing to help with immunity. But there are benefits to the breast milk, and you can get bags to freeze it in. There's special bags that you just insert in the bottles, and you can take them out of the freezer, pop them in the bottle, warm them up a little bit, and they're good to go. There's your breast milk. Good pumps are $100 to $200, and they resell. You get done using it, somebody's going to buy it. You kind of end up feeling like a dairy cow when you're doing it, but it is a thing. Just because you can't directly breastfeed doesn't mean you can't use the breast milk, and there are vegans that just don't even go that far. And there's options out there if you can't get the baby to latch on or you're not producing a lot. And this stuff here will help. And it is completely plant-based. But it has the proper nutrients in there. The only drawback is it is expensive. But you're taking care of another person who cannot take care of themselves. And at that point, is it too expensive? I'm watching various videos with vegans who are mixing their own baby formulas, and they're using 2 different types of seaweed, so they're increasing the risk of heavy metal exposure on these infants. if you've watched my previous videos, you know I've had heavy metal exposure, and it is not a good thing to give to an infant. It's not fun for me. You don't want to risk somebody else's life, especially if they cannot make their own medical decisions and they cannot make their own nutrition decisions. You have a responsibility as a parent, and even as a foster parent, you've taken on the responsibility of taking care of somebody else's infant or child. At that point, you need to do what is best for them. And sometimes you just gotta set aside the religious ideology. Now, the gal from now I lost the page, from Urban Vegan said in her own blog about these formulas that, yeah, most of them are not 100% vegan, but sometimes you got to pick your battles. Because we displace animals by building our homes, we displace animals and damage animals in harvesting plant foods. There's no one that is perfectly 100% vegan. It's not going to happen. So you kind of just sometimes have to pick the battles. At this point, it is not worth battling over feeding an infant when this could cost that infant their life or their health. Now, Neocate with DHA and ARA, they try to get it as close to breast milk as they can. It is hypoallergenic. It is $41 a container. There are organizations out there that will help parents with prices on formula, especially if it's your own child, if you don't qualify for WIC. When it comes to fostering, there's a lot more assistance for getting proper formulas out there. Now, my thing with Rhiannon here is she is feeding this infant milks that are not recommended as formula replacements. And this is where she should know better. 100% she should know better. It says directly on the containers that it is not replacement for formula. Vegan Deterioration has done a whole video on that. You just can't do it. It is unethical to make another human being suffer for your ideology. And especially when it's one that's completely dependent on you. And there again, Rhianna, I say shame on you.